So you want to make 10 grand a month online? Well, this is my client, Thiago. He went from working 2 very low paying jobs, working 60 hours a week in construction, 12-hour days on his feet while being a dedicated athlete, barely scraping 5 grand a month, feeling like he was meant for more, to weaponizing and mastering one skill set in the online space and making $14,000 in his pocket in commissions in this first month. Now, everyone on earth wants to achieve this goal, but not everyone gets there. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 things Thiago did wrong, the 3 things Thiago did right. So you can literally just copy him. You can avoid his mistakes. You can double down on what worked, and you can get to your goals quicker. So with that said, let's get into it. The first thing Thiago did wrong was that he listened to people, excuse my handwriting, listened to people that, simply put, aren't where he wants to be. Thank you for bearing with me there, right? So if you listen to people that aren't where you want to be, you're going to end up where they are. So the first thing you have to do is identify your goal. Where do you want to be? What do you want your ideal life to look like? And once you have identified that, why would you take advice from people aren't where you want to be? Because people, this is human psychology, give advice based on their experiences, what worked for them, what didn't go well for them, based on the experiences and actions they took. So if you listen to someone, say your parents, let's say they work a traditional job, nothing wrong with that, but the world's changed, right? So say they've been working in construction job for 40 years. You come to them with an online opportunity. Hey, I can make 10 grand a month traveling the world by working for a company online remotely. That wasn't a thing when they grew up. So their beliefs is that this doesn't work, this isn't real, but the world's changed. So they're gonna push their beliefs and their experiences on you, and that advice, because it's worked well for them, it's worked okay for them, they're gonna tell you to take the same actions. It's gonna get you in the exact same spot as them. So simply put, if there is someone that you would go to for advice, awesome, take it in, but don't take it as gospel, because if someone isn't where you wanna be and you listen to them, you're gonna end up where they are. That's the first thing Thiago did wrong. And the second thing Thiago did wrong is he let the fear of change hold him back. Now, granted, it's not his fault. It's human psychology. The way our brains are wired is to keep us in the same spot. Because the same spot we're alive, we might not be thriving, but we're surviving. So take us back to the caveman days. If we were to do something completely new, completely different, we would be in a new and a scary environment. So we very much stick to what's similar and what we know, what we're familiar to, which is great if you're trying to survive in a cave. But if you're looking to thrive and achieve more, you need to take new actions to achieve new goals. The second thing Thiago did wrong was you let the fear of change hold him back. He spent 6 months, think about it. 6 months. He had teammates in his footballing league in Australia that were working with me, that were crushing it, that were making 5, 10, 15 grand a month, but he was still scared. He was still skeptical. He was still worried. He spent 6 months thinking about it, and then he made 14 grand his first month. Let's break down how much Thiago lost in potential opportunity costs. Now, I'm not the best at math, but we take 6 months times 14,000. I didn't finish high school. I forgot to carry my multiplication table, but the number here, $84,000. Thiago could have earned, instead of spending 6 months waiting, he was earning $14,000 a month every single month. And the beauty of sales is that your first month you make X amount, the second month, if you keep going, you're going to make more. The compounding effect, Thiago's income wouldn't have stayed flat. It would have gone, the better he got, the more he made, the more he went all in. His income would have been up. Say 6 months ago, he would easily be at 20, 30K a month if he started 6 months ago. So the second thing Thiago did that lost him a lot of time and lost him a lot of money from living his dream life is that he let the fear of change hold him back despite seeing people around him change his life. That's the second thing that kept him stuck for more than 6 months, and why I didn't record this video 6 months ago instead. Now, the third thing, and we're almost done with the negatives, because every negative is a lesson, and the top positives might give you an insight as what you can implement today. The third thing Thiago did wrong is, no offense to him, but he had a bit of an ego. He thought that he could figure it out all himself, which is fine. You can try. There's no harm in trying. You're only wasting your time and what you could be earning if you had proper guidance. He spent 2 months before he came to me, before he reached out for some help, trying on his own, specifically with appointment setting with sales. So he tried to learn the skill of free YouTube videos like this one. He messaged coaches to become a sales rep for them with no luck. 2 months, that's 28 grand if we do the simple math here. And then he came to me. He finished the training that we offer within like 7 days. Another few days from there, he was placed in a company. And here's the difference. No company is gonna hire a brand new sales rep that hasn't committed to learning the skill, that hasn't been professionally trained, that doesn't have the scripts, the frameworks, the inside knowledge. Because these companies care about experience to have proof that you can do a thing, that you can book calls, that you can make the company more money. And if you don't have experience, it's hard to have that track record unless you get professional coaches. I have literally a handful of companies coming to me every single day because we take setters, sales reps from really good to experienced at that level of skill very quickly. So you don't need experience to get in a role. You just need proper professional training. These companies want professionals and we train professionals. So they're the 3 things Thiago did wrong, but every mistake, every failure is feedback. You take a shot at goal and you miss, you're gonna shoot at the other side. You're gonna curl it around, right? Every single mistake he made, he learned from, he got feedback, which led him to where he is now, making 14 grand a month in his first month. If we go to the positives, what led him to 14 grand a month? The first thing Thiago did, finally, yes, it took him more than 6 months, but he started. It's like nothing will come unless you commit, and you will never know where you go unless you commit. There's a quote that one of my clients read to me about a week ago. It's not the failure that kills you. It's not the failure that keeps you up at night. It's the what if. I can guarantee you, if Thiago hadn't started with me and he kept seeing people winning in the program that found me, say when he did 6 months ago, he would be struggling to go to bed at night wondering what if. I'm working 60-hour weeks in construction, but I could be making 4x the money from my phone. That's what's gonna kill you. So the first thing Thiago did, he put his ego aside finally, and he simply committed. And the second thing Thiago did with that, once he started, he didn't put 1 foot in the door, he put 2 in. He went all in. And what I've seen, the people that see the best results working with me or in any business model online is the people that go all in. They see like all the results, right? Because think about it like this. There's 2 people, 1 and 2. Let's see their progress. Let's say this is income. The person that goes all in, let's say they go 50% in, they're going to see some result, but then they're not improving as much. They're not learning as much. So the person that does double the output, they're not going to get twice the results. They're going to get more than twice the results because they're learning way quicker. They're getting feedback way quicker. They're doing way more. The more you learn, the more you earn. The second thing Thiago did right was that he went all in once he started. And when I say all in, you don't have to climb Mount Everest. You don't have to start a company. You don't have to start a business. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to source products from China. You don't have to look at a graph all day. You're working for an already successful company as a sales rep. The only thing you have to do is manage their pipeline, send messages for a few hours a day. You sit back, they close the deals, they do the marketing, they handle the client fulfillment, everything else like that. But you have to do a few hours a day, especially at the start, to learn the skill. And then we hand you a company, you're doing a few hours a day there. And Thiago did that. His first week, he made 4 grand. He quit his first job. His second week, he made another 5. He quit both jobs 2 weeks from joining the program, actually 3 if you consider the training period. Thiago had gone all in, quit both these jobs, and the only thing he was doing was appointment setting for his client. So if you see some success, go all in. But before you see success, you will not see that success until you take both feet in the door. That's the second thing Thiago did very well once he committed. And the third thing Thiago did very well, now this isn't as exciting as the other 2 maybe, but he kept learning. Sales is a very long game. Thiago's been in the sales space maybe 2 months now, coming up on his 2nd month, but he understood that it's not over yet. He's not finished. Yes, he's a good appointment setter with the training you give him, but he's not the best in the world. So if there's more to learn, there is more to earn. Thiago realized that once you keep learning, you're gonna keep earning. He didn't think he was the best. His ego didn't come back in the picture. And to this day, he's going to keep earning more than that because he's going to keep learning. That is the third thing Thiago did very well. So if we look at the positives, you look at the negatives, Thiago took a lot of time to get started. He let the fear of change hold him back, and he listened to people that aren't where he wanted to be. 6 months, those 6 months was maybe necessary for him to commit. You're on the fence. You're not sure whether sales is for you. You can learn. Thiago lost 84 grand waiting for 6 months. You can save $84,000 if you know this is what you want to do. By committing, you start, you go all in, and you keep learning. And that is literally a cheat code to success, to achieving whatever goals you want, whether it's 14 grand a month, 10 grand a month, or 5 grand a month to start. So That is what Thiago did to make 14 grand in his first month. Appointment setting. If you're at a similar stage, maybe before Thiago got started in the program, and you want to achieve a similar goal, figure out what you want, take advice from people that already are there. If you want to get there quicker, get some guidance, get some help, get some knowledge from them, and it'll get you to your goals quicker. Go all in and don't stop until you get there. The only way this plan wouldn't work for you is if A, you don't take the first step or you don't stick to it. But if you commit to something, you're probably going to stick to it, meaning the only thing holding you back right now is committing to something, whether it's sales, whether it's drop shipping or whatever. Figure out what you want, stick to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.